So for lots of drummers, particularly young drummers, this is what practice looks like to them. And you always hear drum teachers say things like, there's a right way to practice and there's a wrong way to practice. But nobody actually tells us how to do it, thereby making many drummers go down the rabbit hole of having fun instead of practicing and reducing their chances of becoming very great and amazing drummers. But I'm here to help as much as I can. So the first thing I'm going to be telling you guys in today's video is the very important thing. You need to have a practice routine and you need to be disciplined enough to uphold it. This is the most important thing before we get into the whole things I'm going to show you. You can choose to work with the stuff I'm showing you and create a practice routine out of it, but it's it's compulsory to have a practice routine. So say I was to get into the studio or on my drums and I want to practice, the first thing I was going to do was to pick up my sticks and do this. I learned this from Tony Royster. So you do your sticks like this. I think I've taught this before.
And you do that. Okay. And that gives you a lot more weight, you know, as far as the stretching is concerned.
Just to get the hands ready for action. Do this for about 30 seconds. Do it for each hand. You do this, you take it to this hand, you do the same thing. Do it for about 30 seconds. Now, make sure you're not too aggressive with this. Yes, if you're too aggressive, you might feel something in your wrist. But at the same time, make sure you're not soft. So just somewhere in between. You get. So that's one of the things you can do. The second thing you can do that looks like this too is something like this. I've always shown as a finger exercise. You just pick up your sticks. This, as minute as these things are, they set the pace for you to start practicing. They get your hands in the mood. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just do these two things for just about a minute or two, and you're good to go. Then we start. So the next thing you're going to do now is you're going to work on your rudiments. So the particular ones you work on often, you get into your rudiments. If you don't have a list of rudiments, I'll give you one now. So you're going to watch me practice my rudiments, how I practice them. I'll be making use of my metronome, and you see, I'll leave you the BPM on the screen and everything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
So what you can do with these stuff I just did, you can choose the ones you want to work on, but I recommend to work on this rudiments. You can go slower, you can go faster, whatever thing you want to do with them, just do. There are other rudiments like the flammadiddle, you know, 6-stroke roll. So there are lots of them. When you get into your practice room, just have fun with them, play them, keep playing them over and over and over. You can never play them too much. You get it. It's never excess. So now the next thing we're going to be doing, which is the most important part of your rehearsal session, is the groove. You're going to get a metronome, and you play a groove. You try as much as possible to lock it with that groove for as long as possible. Yes, just depending on how long your rehearsal schedule is. So you play that groove, and after you've played it for that duration of time, you start to get creative with it. You get. So I'm going to show you an instance of how you can do something like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you see what I did here? I started off playing the groove, just making sure I locked into the groove. But then I started introducing some little embellishments. So this is something you should do in your practice session, but make sure you are being intentional about it. That you're not just trying to just have fun and play any random thing. Make sure you're very intentional about it. I'm not saying be rigid and no, but make sure you're intentional about what you're doing. So for my African drummers, I'm going to show you guys some things you can do with your African grooves, how you can practice it, stay in time, and then begin to add embellishments.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3.
So one thing that's going to help you so much in this process is if you've watched lots of very amazing drummers. Some of their ideas are going to start popping in, but when the ideas begin to pop in, you're going to select what you want to steal. Yes, we're going to be stealing. We're not copying, we're stealing, because yes, the greatest artists are the best thieves. We're going to steal from one person, steal from another person, steal all their ideas, bring it together and give it your own approach. I'm not an advocate for copying people's sound. If you see something that somebody does, try to change something about it. You get. But one thing you need to be very careful of is to make sure you're not caught up in the fun and just lose sight of the whole thing, because some of you like this, in this point of your rehearsals, from here, rehearsal has ended, you just groove on and forget that you came into the practice room to rehearse. So fourthly, you can now practice your chops and get them as clean as possible. Yes, I know some of you have been wondering that we're not going to practice our chops. Yes, we're going to practice the chops, get them as clean as possible. So I'm going to try to come up with something random on the spot and show you guys how I practice chops. Do you get? So I just came up with that stuff here, and okay, let me give you guys a breakdown. So I was doing slower, so this takes me back to what I said in the last point. How was I able to come up with this? I've watched a lot of videos and I have some things in my head. I had to just, think and vocalize this. And I was like, okay, let me try it on the drums. This is how I get most of my chops. You get, I barely copy. Even if I copy, I steal and I merge it to what I have in my head already. So let's practice it now. Very gradually. How to practice your chops is don't be after the speed. You always hear me say this. Take it very gradually. So we'll speed it up. So if you're confused and you don't know what to practice as regards to this whole stuff, I have lots of videos, regarding how to, share, build flow, so many things. So go check that. I'll leave a link to the video either here or here. So now, one thing that drummers always forget to practice to is the music. This is the time now that you can bring out your drumless tracks, everything you have, your favorite music, and just play to it and apply those crazy stuff into the music. I'll be showing you an example now. as a musician, there were lots of mistakes I made regards to things like this, practicing wrongly, and I made a video teaching you guys, telling you guys about all these mistakes and how to avoid it. And I want you to go check that video out right here. See you in that video. Peace, guys.